Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm going to be doing a cooking video tonight. This light is terrible. I have no idea why. This shirt says it's too peoply outside. Perfect for this time of our lives. This shirt, if you guys don't remember, was from Thread Tank. I thought I'd go ahead and mention that in this video. And they had some awesome like Black Friday sales. So if you guys are interested in this shirt or the other ones that I've done in my Thread Tank video, then go check out that Black Friday sale. Okay, so we're going to be making like stewed pork chops. I wanted to do cube steak, but they didn't have any cube steak when I went to the grocery store. Don't have any idea why. So you can do pork chops as well. So that's what we're going to do. I got the boneless pork chop. It says thin sliced. I really didn't realize it was thin sliced when I bought it. I would have wanted the regular sliced ones, but anyway, so we're also going to have mashed potatoes, but you guys know how to make mashed potatoes. And then we're going to have some of these fresh green beans. And I'm just going to show you guys how I cook them. And so let's get started. I'm going to wash my pork chops. Let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them in here. I'm going to go ahead and cook all of them, but probably won't eat all of them right now. But anyway, nothing wrong with leftovers, right? Okay, so let's get over to the stove. Lighting in here is ridiculously dumb. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and turn my eye on and just add some vegetable oil. Now I'm going to fry these just like I normally would fry my pork chops. Like I said, I wished I would have gotten the thicker ones, but it's not really going to make a difference either way. So just really don't have to cook them as long. Okay, so I washed the pork chops, so we're just going to sit them to the side a little bit. Like I said, I'm sure you guys know how to fry pork chops, but what I do is just put some flour on my plate. Just plain white flour. And then I'm just adding some salt and pepper. Just mix that up in my flour and then go ahead and batter my pork chops. I think my grocery store stocks their meat on Tuesday, which this is Monday, so they really didn't have a lot to choose from. Like I said, I really had the taste for doing this with steak, but they did not have any, so it's in my frying pan. I don't think I need it up on high because they're not going to take long. Because everybody in this household doesn't eat tomatoes, I'm just going to fry half of them and just go ahead and take them up, you know, so they're just fried. And then I'm going to stew the other ones. Fun fact, I don't know how fun it is. I don't know if you guys know this or not, if you have fibromyalgia, which I do, then tomatoes is not a good thing to be eaten. I mean, I like tomatoes. I like stewed tomatoes. I mean, I don't get just a regular tomato and like bite into it like an apple or anything, but I do like tomatoes, you know, in salads or on a sandwich or whatever. But tomato sauce and tomatoes is the worst thing, one of the worst things you can eat if you have fibromyalgia. I make such a mess when I cook with flour. So we're going to let those cook. We're going to go ahead and put the green beans on. So with the green beans, I'm going to be cooking them in this. And I mean, you can do it any way you want to if you're used to, you know, this is just the way I like to do it because there's so much flavor. So I've got a piece of bacon, just one piece, and just put it in my frying pan with nothing else, no grease or anything else on it. I'm also going to be using garlic. So we're going to just let this bacon start frying. My potatoes are boiling, and then of course the pork chops are frying. So we're going to let the bacon cook, and I'll be back. Okay, my bacon is done. Basically, all I'm using it for is just seasoning. I'm going to leave it in there, obviously. So I'm going to add a little bit of garlic to it right now. You don't have to use garlic if you don't want to, but anyway. Then I'm going to just wash my green beans, and I'm not really going to go through and like get all the skins off of them. I mean, you know, we can do that while we're eating them. I probably should have done that. You can cook them like this, or you can break them, you know, like that, but all down a little bit. And just put it in there. So then I'm just going to add a little bit of water to it. You can steam them if that's what you want to do. See all that juice at the bottom? Yep, that's what's going to do it. So I'm just going to cook these long enough for them to get soft. So I am going to put a lid on them. So anyway, guys, that's our beans. We're going to let these beans simmer and get done, and we're still cooking our pork chops. They may be done. These are so thin. I really wished I would have waited and would have got the thicker ones, but I didn't. So these are almost like salt pork. Y'all know what that is? Almost as thin as salt pork, but anyway, it'll be fine. They'll all taste the same anyway. We'll just have to eat more of them than normal. So these are done, so I'm going to go ahead and take these up because I've got 4 more to cook, which is not going to take any time. So let that cook a little bit longer. Let the rest of these pork chops cook, and I'll be back. Okay, so we're going to get on to our stewed pork chops. I got 2 cans of these stewed tomatoes, classic. They just have, you know, tomatoes and what looks to be a little bit of onion and maybe bell pepper. Now you can put onions and bell pepper in it if you want to, or you can just get this. So the grease, the grease that I had left over from my pork chops, I'm just gonna drain it. I'm just gonna drain it in this can because I, you know, don't want to put it down in my sink. And I'm gonna drain all of it out except maybe 2 teaspoons, if that. And then just put, you know, like 4 of the pork chops back in there. And then I'm going to just put my stewed tomatoes. I had to crush them up a little bit because they come kind of whole. I mean, you can get some that don't. I just guess I wasn't paying that much attention. And then I'm just going to pour over that. A couple of the tomatoes are a little bigger than I would want. So yes, I'm sticking my hands in there. I'm the only one that's going to be eating anyway. So, and just make sure that your, you know, pork chops are covered. And then you just want to make sure you have enough liquid. I mean, I don't have that much liquid in there, but it's enough, I'm thinking. So, okay, then I'm just gonna put the lid on there, and I'm going to turn it to simmer and just let it do its thing. And so, yeah, my potatoes are done. I showed you guys that. These green beans are still cooking. You can also add garlic to your pork chops if you want to, but I'm not going to. I'm going to let the pork chops simmer for a little bit, and I'll be back. Okay guys, dinner is ready and I'm hungry. First let me say about this shirt I mentioned a little bit earlier in my video, Thread Tank. They just emailed me and said that they have these shirts for buy one, get one 50% off, so I will link down in my description box, Thread Tank. So y'all go get you one. Everybody'd love these t-shirts for Christmas. Okay, so we're fixing to eat. Pork chops are ready. Like I said, I kept some out for the ones of us that do not like tomatoes. That looks so good and yummy. Okay, I can add some, probably shouldn't be eating these tomatoes, but I'm going to anyway. Just add some like tomatoes on top. These green beans smell so good, y'all, really do. And you can even, after you make potatoes, like I have, you can even go in and get you some of this gravy and add it to your potatoes. Let's see how tender this pork chop is. I probably simmered it for about 20 minutes, I'd say. Oh, that's tender. I mean, they're thin, so you just have to, if you want to simmer other meat, if you're going to cook other meat, you just have to use your best judgment. Maybe simmer it a little bit longer if it's thicker. That's so good. Man, that bright light is killing me. I have to use a bright light, or you guys wouldn't be able to see anything. And potatoes. That's so good. These pork chops are so tender. So good. Alright guys, I'm gonna let y'all go, and I will see you guys in tomorrow's video. Ciao.